GETTYLiverpool vs Stoke, Premier League latest score, news and updates. Stoke picked up a hard-earned point at Liverpool that gives their survival hopes some added steel. Few gave Paul Lambert's men a chance of taming the free-scoring Reds at Anfield, but they did just that in a 0-0 draw. It takes them up to 30 points and still in the bottom three with 2 games to go, but gives their relegation rivals plenty to think about. REUTERSLiverpool vs Stoke, Premier League latest score, news and updates. That's all folks. 1500, thanks for joining me this afternoon. I'm covering the remainder of the Premier League fixtures over on a different page. Click here to join me. Acceptable performance, 1450, Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp. It was an acceptable performance, we can play much better, but we had to make a few changes. We started really well, but then Stoke defended deep and it was quite difficult. I take the point. It's an important point. It could have been worse. It looked like a penalty with the handball. We didn't get it and we have to take that. In the Champions League against City we were lucky once or twice with the referee. In the Premier League not once so far, to be honest. Now we have to carry on. We need another 3 points and we have 2 games to get them in. If football is fair then we will take these 3 points. Cost US 3 points. 1445, Liverpool captain Jordan Henderson. It looked like a clear penalty in play and I have just looked back at it and it's a blatant penalty. If he doesn't touch it with his hand then Alberto is there for a tap-in. It's a poor decision by the officials, so overall they have ultimately cost us the 3 points. GETTYLiverpool vs Stoke, Premier League latest score, news and updates. Twitter roundup. Mwiriri, Stoke's Eric Peters has signed a 1-day contract with Roma. It is believed he will play for the club on Wednesday. Steve, it gives me no pleasure to say that result was entirely as I expected. No surprise whatsoever. Nick, how on earth can the linesman miss that handball? Absolutely blatant, shocking. Where is VAR in the league? 1442, Stoke midfielder Joe Allen, we are in a position where we wanted to come here and get 3 points but it's tough. Let's hope the draw will help us in the long run. 1440, Champions League worry. Perhaps. Chelsea are now 9 points behind and have 2 games in hand. They also have a visit to Anfield next week, and they could see them draw a level on points. 1438, Stoke supporters will transform into Chelsea fans tonight. A Swansea win effectively sends Paul Lambert's side down. 1435, Liverpool had 20 attempts at goal today, but only 2 were on target. That's their most efforts on goal without scoring in over 4 years. REUTERSLiverpool vs Stoke, Premier League latest score, news and updates. Liverpool 0-0 Stoke. I can't believe I'm writing this but Stoke have held Liverpool to a goalless draw at Anfield. This opens the door for Chelsea in the battle for a top 4 finish. They got a game in hand, and are still to visit Anfield. 95, Salah looks to wriggle clear but Zoma, once again, wins the battle and clears. He's been immense today. 93, another block from Stoke denies Henderson from the edge of the area. Wijnaldum sends the resulting set piece over the bar. That might just be the last chance of the afternoon. 90, 6 minutes of added time folks. 89, close. Nearly the ultimate sucker punches. Diouf scrambles across the box where Shawcross guides it wide. Van Dijk booked. 88, how was that not a penalty? Wijnaldum pings across into the middle where Peters clearly uses his hand to block it from reaching Moreno. Referee Andre Mariner says no. Stoke have really got away with one. Liverpool vs Stoke, Premier League latest score, news and updates. 85, Van Dijk steps into midfield and drills one that's deflected wide for a corner. Nope, Stoke clear. 5 minutes plus stoppage time to make something happen. 83, Stoke taking their sweet little time with everything now, but given things at the bottom, is a point really enough? 80, I see a few people moaning about Liverpool's lack of strength and depth, but Maine, Matip, Lallana, Oxlade-Chamberlain and Can are all injured. Final 10 minutes and we've got a break and play with Moreno down injured. 78, Stoke clear a couple of successive corners but it keeps coming back. 75, Paul Lambert is trying to encourage his players up the field but they remain deep as Liverpool keep probing. 73, okay, we've entered the final 20 minutes. Who's going to make the breakthrough? Stoke top the table of goals conceded in the final stages of games. 70, Moreno tries his luck from outside of the area with a low strike across goal, but the ball whizzes just past the far post. 69, it's all Liverpool now. The changes seemed to have given them a more solid footing with Firmino and Salah buzzing around. Klein pulls off his marker but tamely nods at Butland. REUTERSLiverpool vs Stoke, Premier League latest score, news and updates. 66, double change for Liverpool. Nathaniel Klein and James Milner replaces Trent Alexander-Arnold and Danny Ings. Peter Crouch comes off for Darren Fletcher. 63. Salah finally gets on the ball but his signature effort towards the far corner is blocked. I can see quite a bit of activity on both benches. Substitutes incoming. 60. It's all just a bit aimless for Liverpool. They look to be short on ideas as Stoke double up on Firmino and Salah. Henderson sparks a loud groan around the stadium as he knocks a 40-yard pass straight to Butland. 58. Penalty appeal. Peters and Salah have a dance in the penalty area with the defender clutching the attacker's shirt, but referee Andre Mariner isn't interested. 55. Martin's Indy is now down injured. They're dropping like flies out there. No revival coming, so B replaces him. That means Bauer will revert to fullback. 53. Diouf clears Liverpool's first corner of the afternoon and the rebound falls to Salah, who powers wide. Well wide. 50. Bad news for Stoke with Joe Allen pulling up abruptly. He seems to have Jordan Henderson-esque revival powers as he strolls back on. 48. Wonderful. Sky Sports have a technical glitch going on, so we're unable to hear the commentary. Oh damn, it's back. Now I can hear Andy Hinchcliffe again. Liverpool vs Stoke, Premier League latest score, news and updates. 45, and we are back underway. Jordan Henderson seems to have shaken off that injury before the break, which is good because Liverpool really can't afford to lose another midfielder. The Reds had one shot on target in the first 45 minutes. Twitter roundup. Bradley, let's just go home today, Liverpool fans. Someone defending will just make a mistake and cost us. I've known us do this for years. Ibrahim, I swear Stoke are being paid by Roma to go in hard and hurt Liverpool players. They are making harsh challenges that they have no chance of winning. Alex, Liverpool in a nutshell, smash 5 past Roma in midweek, then struggle against relegation candidates. REUTERSLiverpool vs Stoke, Premier League latest score, news and updates. REUTERSLiverpool vs Stoke, Premier League latest score, news and updates. Liverpool 0-0 Stokeht. Mohamed Salah hasn't failed to score at Anfield since Boxing Day. He had the perfect opportunity to score inside the 6th minute but an uncharacteristic miss sees Stoke level at the break. Paul Lambert will be very happy indeed. 47. Henderson gets back to his feet and looks set to continue. Firmino looks to chip the ball over to Ings but Butland collects. 45. Captain Jordan Henderson is down injured after a collision with Shaqiri. He looks in real pain on the deck with the medical staff prodding at his foot. 43. Disallowed goal. Danny Ings nets with an irresistible volley after some batting work from Firmino, but he's flagged for offside. Diouf booked for a silly tackle on Clavin. That's 3 booking for the visitors now. 40. Karius gets away with another dodgy clearances. Stoke look to play on the front foot. Henderson looks to break forward but again the man Mountain Zoma wins out. 38. Peter Crouch is booked for a reckless challenge on Moreno. He's getting frustrated with being isolated up front. He's barely had a sniff. REUTERSLiverpool vs Stoke, Premier League latest score, news and updates. 35. Jack Butland's doing his best to get off the plane to Russia by spilling a routine save at the edge of his penalty area. Salah collects and Peters is forced to foul Salah. The Egyptian steps up, side netting. Good effort. 33. Stoke deserve some credit for their pressing. They are making sure Liverpool don't have the time or space to create anything. High energy levels, but can they do it for 90 minutes? 30. It's still not clicking for Liverpool. Moreno isn't seeing the right pass, Ings is struggling for pace against Zoma and Firmino is having to drop deeper to get involved. The ball bobbles up for Wijnaldum to have a strike, but he's pulled it wide of Butland's right post. 27. Liverpool are living quite dangerously at the back. What's new? Shaqiri shrugs off Moreno, and delivers across for Crouch, who can't poke it home. 24. That's more like it from the hosts. Salah slips the on-rushing Alexander-Arnold through but he's stumbled over the ball and Butland blocks. 21. Whoops. Karius passes it straight to Crouch, whose pace lets him down and Van Dijk recovers. Close. João Gomez loses his power on the left and the fullback finds Diouf at the back post but he's tamely knotted it into the side netting. REUTERSLiverpool vs Stoke, Premier League latest score, news and updates. 18. Liverpool are seeing nearly all of the ball but they haven't created anything to worry Jack Butland. Jurgen Klopp is waving his arms furiously asking for more intensity. 15. Moreno finds Salah with a bending cross behind the Stoke defense but Salah can't bring it under his spell and Stoke clear. 12. I still can't believe that Mohamed Salah missed. It's actually brought on a weird atmosphere inside Anfield. 9. What? I can't believe what I've just seen. Peters inexplicably passes it straight to Salah, who is through one-on-one with Butland. Everyone's expecting the net to ripple as he chips the goalkeeper, but the dink drops wide of the post. I'm stunned, as is the whole of Anfield. Point 6, I'm upgrading Stoke's positive start to excellent. They've stopped Liverpool from settling with good pressing and have won a couple of corners. Point 3, it looks like the usual 4-3-3 for Liverpool with Trent Alexander-Arnold in a midfield role. That's good news for my fantasy football team. Point 1, and we're off. Congratulations to the fella who proposed to his girlfriend on the pitch before kickoff. Takes some mighty big stones to ask with 40,000 people watching. She said yes. REUTERSLiverpool vs Stoke, Premier League latest score, news and update shop, 12:28. So despite Stoke having not won a top division game at Anfield, Paul Lambert has not lost away against Liverpool as a manager in all comps. W3D2. There's the hope. Liverpool vs Stoke, 12:25. Quick reminder folks. Liverpool 11, Karius, Alexander-Arnold, Van Dijk, Clavin, Gomez, Moreno, Henderson, Wijnaldum, Firmino, Salah, Ing subs, Mignolet, Klein, Lovren, Milner, Robertson, Solanke, Woodburn. Stoke 11, Butland, Bauer, Peters, Zoma, Shaw, Cross, Martins Indy, Njai, Allen, Shaqiri, Diouf, Crouch subs, Haggard, Ireland, Adam, Cameron, Fletcher, Sobey, Campbell. REUTERSLiverpool vs Stoke, Premier League latest score, news and updates. 12:22, Liverpool start. Trent Alexander-Arnold has done a one-on-one interview with Sky Sports today. He's a nice lad. It turns out the 19-year-old's mum won't let him move out of the family home yet, although he's desperate to get his own pad. Anyway, he's credited manager Jurgen Klopp for the club's impressive show this season and said the German's influence and understanding has helped the Merseyside team flourish. He's a massive influence. You hear a lot of players saying a manager is like a father figure, and I think that's definitely the case with the manager here, Alexander-Arnold told Sky Sports. He's really encouraging for young players, he understands the game unbelievably well. Knows that mistakes will happen. But he knows it's how you react to them, and how you keep on going, how to play with the team's identity, no matter what the scoreline is, that we have to believe in our ability. The way we want to play is high pressing, win the ball back as high as possible and play football, and that's obviously what we try to do, and he instills that no matter what the score is. Signs 12:19, poor lad. I have a sneaky suspicion that Jack Butland will be leaving Stoke at the end of the season if they are relegated. There wouldn't be a shortage of takers for the England international. Liverpool perhaps. Intensity 12:15, Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp, it will be a real challenge. I know Paul Lambert, he's a Dortmund legend. They're very intense and direct, a lot of fights for second balls. I was in that situation many times, fighting to stay in the league. GETTYLiverpool vs Stoke, Premier League latest score, news and updates. Messi, Ronaldo greater than Salah, 12:10, Paul Lambert does not think Mohamed Salah is yet on a par with Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. The season he's had has been phenomenal, but I still think the best players on the planet are Ronaldo and Messi, Lambert said. The reason I say that is because they have done it season after season. But I don't think anybody could have predicted the season Salah has had. Talk of Salah potentially becoming the first Premier League player in a decade to win the Ballon d'Or has been growing, with Ronaldo and Messi having won it 5 times each over the last 10 years. He must be in the running, but again, he's in an era with those two in front of him, so it's incredibly tough, said Lambert. Twitter round Upadam, Liverpool going with 3 at the back today with advanced wing-backs. I hope to see Nathaniel Klein and Ben Woodburn get on at some point too. Johnny, no way do Liverpool play with 3 in midfield with those players. Looks like a back there with Moreno and Trent playing as wing-backs, wide midfielders and Henderson and Gini in the middle. Expect a lot of crosses and crossfield passes in this one. Yes, some Liverpool fans are way too insecure. Just relax. It's not the Champions League final. We need 4 points from Stoke, Brighton at home, plus Chelsea away. And Chelsea need to win every single match. Relax, we'll get through it together. GETTYLiverpool vs Stoke, Premier League latest score, news and update. Shave your say 12:05. If you want to vent your frustrations, or discuss any issues in the world of football, within reason, then get in touch. You can either comment at the bottom of the page or contact me via Twitter using the hashtag Tribute 12 o'clock. The jersey of St. Peter's GA Dunboyne hangs in the Anfield dressing room in support of Sean Cox today. Liverpool supporter Cox, 53, was attacked outside Anfield prior to the Champions League semi-final match against Roma on Tuesday night, for which 2 Italian men have been charged. Get well soon, Sean. REUTERSLiverpool vs Stoke, Premier League latest score, news and updates. Mission Impossible, 11:55. Now I don't want to sound like a negative Nancy. Glad I've finally used that expression. But the statistics make grim reading for Stoke fans today. Liverpool have never lost in 54 top-flight home games against Stoke, W43-11. Liverpool have lost just 2 of their last 10 league meetings. Against Stoke, Liverpool forward Mohamed Salah, who has scored 31 goals in 35 matches, will break the league record for most goals scored in a 38-game season if he nets against Stoke. Records are made to be broken, right? REUTERSLiverpool vs Stoke, Premier League latest score, news and updates. What can be decided? 11:50. It's that time of year when the word permutations is bandied around left, right and center. I don't think I've ever used that word before April or after May. This could be the week West Brom's brave but belated fight against relegation comes to an end. They will be condemned to the championship unless they beat Newcastle and Swansea drop points against Chelsea. Stoke could also be relegated, but it would take defeat to Liverpool, a Swansea win and at least a point apiece for Crystal Palace against Leicester, Huddersfield against Everton, and then West Ham, who face Manchester City on Sunday. With Manchester City confirmed as champions, the focus at the top end is on the Champions League places. The top 4 finishers all go directly into next season's group stage, and Manchester United and Liverpool can secure their places this weekend. Victory in Saturday's early kickoff will be enough for Liverpool if 5th-place Chelsea then drop points. United, 3 points better off than the Reds in second, will be in if they beat Arsenal on Sunday or Chelsea fail to win. GETTYLiverpool vs Stoke, Premier League latest score, news and updates. Twitter roundup. Ben, such a big game today. Can't let next Wednesday overshadow what's needed. 3 points and we've got 1 foot in CL next season. Stoke are playing for survival. Won't be easy at all. Need intensity from the first whistle today. Sandra, as a joint Manchester United and Chelsea fan, I hate to say this but I am considering switching to supporting Liverpool. Salah is the man. Reminds me so much of Cristiano Ronaldo. Josh, let's wrap up the top 4 and keep the momentum going. Big game, come on lads. Switching teams. Sandra, I'm afraid you're banned from this blog. REUTERSLiverpool vs Stoke, Premier League latest score, news and updates. Team news, Stoke 11:40. Stoke are 4 points from safety and have the worst goal difference in the Premier League. So it's a good thing that Charlie Adam returns to the bench. Paul Lambert makes one change from the side who drew with Burnley, with Kurt Zouma replacing Glenn Johnson at the back. Team news, Liverpool 11:35. Jurgen Klopp makes 5 changes from the side who beat Roma on Tuesday, but the headline news is that Mohamed Salah starts. Somewhere in a mansion in London, Harry Kane is watching his chances of winning the Golden Boot slip away. Sadio Mane and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain obviously don't make the squad though injury. James Milner and Andy Robertson arrested. João Gomes, Ragnar Klavan, Danny Ings, Jorginho Wijnaldum and Alberto Moreno makes the starting 11 in what appears to be a 3-4-3 formation. REUTERSLiverpool vs Stoke, Premier League latest score, news and updates. Liverpool vs Stoke 11:30, and here are your lineups folks. Arrest for Mohamed Salah? No chances. He starts alongside Danny Ings and Roberto Firmino. Liverpool 11, carries Alexander-Arnold, Van Dijk, Klavan, Gomez, Moreno, Henderson, Wijnaldum, Firmino, Salah. Ing subs, Mignolet, Klein, Lovren, Milner, Robertson, Solanke, Woodburn. Stoke 11, Butland, Bauer, Peters, Zoma, Shaw, Cross, Martins, Indy, Njai, Allen, Shaqiri, Diouf, Crouch. Subs, Haggard, Ireland, Adam, Cameron, Fletcher, Sobey, Campbell. REUTERSLiverpool vs Stoke, Premier League latest score, news and updates. Morning 11:20. Welcome to our live coverage of the Premier League. I'm a little bit rushed this morning because my train decided to stop for 45 minutes in the middle of nowhere for no apparent reason. Not that I'm bitter. Anyway, with European semi-final second legs on the horizon next week, there could be a temptation for Jurgen Klopp to preserve his star players this weekend. Liverpool will take a 5-2 lead to Roma on Wednesday night as they attempt to avoid a 3-goal defeat to reach the final of the Champions League. It sounds a simple enough task, but Roma achieved exactly that against Barcelona in the previous round. I'll have the team news and lineups for you shortly. I will also be complaining about my real nightmare some more. So, that's something to look forward to. Liverpool vs Stoke. Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp is without Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain after he sustained season-ending knee ligament damage in the midweek win over Roma. That could lead to an opening for youngster Ben Woodburn to feature alongside Jordan Henderson, James Milner and Georginio Wijnaldum. Forward Sadio Mane is unlikely to be risked after he was pictured visiting a private hospital on Thursday, although Klopp insisted the Senegal international's problem was not serious. Stoke are set to be without right-back Glenn Johnson. He suffered a recurrence of his groin injury during last weekend's draw with Burnley, so Kurt Zouma is likely to deputise. Forward Eric Choupo-Moting, groin, and defender Kostas Staphylidis, fractured rib, remain on the sidelines. Last season, Stoke won, Liverpool 2, Liverpool 4. Stoke won last 5 league matches, Liverpool WWDWD, Stoke LLLDDTOP. Scorers, all competitions, Mohamed Salah, Liverpool, 43, Xherdan Shaqiri, Stoke, 7. Referee, Andre Mariner, West Midlands.